Giving up, she married young and always felt like she had gotten too deep. Started feeling like her only way out was to cheat. I know you have nothing left, but there's more to you than the wars you lose, you'll see.
Hello, welcome to Undivided Attention 96 with Angelica and Angelina. Today we're going to do a review on a requested video that we received in the comments. Yes, we're so excited that we have the opportunity to even follow subscriber requests. Yes. And we did the Joker movie 2 review recently. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. It's about our culture of abuse and addressing mental health and just different systematic criminal justice issues. I think it's really worth your while. But we are listening to Rockefeller's Did Your Best music video. We are posting more frequently. Thank you for those who have subscribed and who are dedicated. We noticed that there's a lot of hog hangover gang. I just want to make it very clear, and I addressed this in the comments and I pinned it. I see her as a separate entity from Tom McDonald, although he is very talented. He's a phenomenal lyricist, but I also acknowledge that Nova is just as good, if not better. I listened to Nova's music and it really helped me get through some things that she had went through, that she had fortunately overcame. Very honest and genuine person too. Right, and I'm not sure how much of that is still current. I am looking forward to the day that she releases her own independent album. I am just doing this follow-up video because it has been requested. And thank you so much for, sticking with us. And I hope that you enjoy this Did Your Best music review. I will preface saying that I had watched this before. Yes. And I actually like this video a lot. I'll give you my resurrected reactions when we start, getting the ball rolling with this. Yeah, so Nova created this video a couple years ago and it garnered 4.4 million views. So let's get started on the reaction. Did Your Best by Nova, Queen Nova Rockefeller. 4.4, that stands for open community. All right, here we go.
At school he couldn't do the work, the kids all called him retarded. He got a job in a warehouse where he'd pack and cut carpet. And he never moved up, and he never fell in love. He's 50 but really 12, thinking about giving up. She married young and always felt like she had gotten too deep. Started feeling like her only way out was to cheat. Her friends all villainized her, didn't see.
All right, so I have a couple thoughts, and my first thought being that I just feel a wave of compassion coming from Nova's heart for those who have been disadvantaged and for the weak. It's just very personal. A living room of misfits, a living room full of people who are misunderstood. But it's like there's a family in it. And that really makes me kind of want to cry. It's just kind of evoking some sadness in me, as well as admiration for how much love I feel is coming from her heart in this video. So we're very spiritual people, and right now I am in a fasted state where I didn't really eat anything for the day. And as soon as she was speaking, I was starting to get like chills throughout my body and just feeling the warmth and the love that was emanating out of her words that she was speaking. When the video panned to the little boy and said how people used to call him retarded or just mean names, I thought about my sister and I, and how people always looked down on us and didn't see the strengths that we had growing up as children. We were kind of like loners. The only time anybody, and nothing much has changed now, but the only time anybody would talk or even acknowledge our existence or even say our name is if they needed something.
She was weak, it's been 20 years and it still breaks her heart that they don't speak. He was a rock star in small bars. Until the gigs weren't paying bills, he had his daughter in the car, and he knew he had to make the choice to put down his guitar. And every day he wonders if he could have been a star. I know you did.
Yes. So they're just showing just different people who have chosen different paths in life that aren't necessarily understood by the world that we live in. They focus on what's wrong with you instead of what has happened to you.
Right.
And that is something that Jelly Roll actually had said in an interview that really stuck out to me. It's just basically speaking on why people are the way that they are currently. This is the perfect title for this video, Did Your Best, because it kind of reminds me of like how God looks at us. He looks at us not by our failures, but our potential.
Right.
So no matter like what may happen in our lives, even if we feel like it's the end of the road, He will make a new road for us. Honestly, with what we're given, as long as we keep trying, as long as we do our best, He will make a way when there's no way. He will bring down the mountain when it's in front of us. He will unclog any ways that may get in the path that we would want to walk in. And as I'm watching this, like I'm just looking at the scenery instead of just the intellectualism of the lyrics, and shows them at the table.
Yeah.
Like having like Thanksgiving or some sort of meal. It's as if they're like a family,
Right.
that they're together in their brokenness. And these are people who aren't, like lost girls. This is just another demographic of the forgotten dream, I think. And actually, as I was walking today, I was taking a very long walk outside with Angelica earlier. It was actually a 2-hour walk. I have a beauty channel called Angelina Beauty 96, and I'm doing a comeback makeup tutorial and a Naruto makeup tutorial series because I'm a huge Naruto fan. That was my childhood show, to encourage the artistry of makeup but other people. I was just walking and I was just thinking about how I feel elevated right now. I feel grateful. I feel gratitude. And it is those moments of where those positive frequencies are emanating in my brain that I just really hold on to it and kind of dwell on it, because there's a lot of negativity that I have endured in my life. I'm saying to myself, when I make it completely onto the other side, all these trials and tribulations, it goes back to the video, I would be able to look back on my former self in moments where I could have completely fallen to the wayside, to help people with all you got. And as I get older, I realize how harsh and cruel people could be. And when you're in constant negativity, even though you have to have a strong sense of who you are, or those negative thoughts, those negative energies and ideas, you can start to slowly conform to those perceptions. Like Nova's like our mom, like she's saying like,
Yeah,
you did your best, keep getting up, keep trying.
Nova, if you were to watch this, you would make a phenomenal mother.
Imagine Nova as like the mother hen leading the chicks, and it's a very warm, heartfelt video, and I feel like us posting this in November kind of
It's perfect for Thanksgiving.
reminiscent of Thanksgiving. And unity.
And that's what I think this scene represents, and I mentioned this before, they're having Thanksgiving. For what they do have, at least they have each other's company.
But there's more to you than the wars you lose, you'll see. Diagnosed with Parkinson's, it's something she lives with. Was strong and independent, now relies on the children. Her voice shakes when she speaks, she's embarrassed, she hates to talk. And every day she wakes up wondering if new parts of her are lost. He got her pregnant before he could finish school. He got busy acting dumb cause he didn't know what to do. He ignored he had a girl till her mother stopped calling
chill.
on his deathbed. He
Looking at himself in the reflection of the window, and there was a little boy that was staring back at him.
She loved her family, 2 girls and 2 boys. Husband in the garage, she yells she's sick of the noise. And the one day he's out riding and he dies in a crash. Now she'd do anything to have the buzz of his soccer bat.
So these stories are so specific. I honestly feel like maybe I could be wrong, but this is speculation that, and I'm only saying that because I have rejection issues and I don't like being wrong, but I could be right. That these are letters that she has read of stories of people who have struggled. Maybe she made a video talking about it, and this is that video. That's a thought that just came through my mind. But these stories are very complex. I'm just gonna have to like watch it over and over again to like really understand it, because it's like these are like one-liners, and it's just like she's so intellectual that she's able to make a song out of it, and it's just like really deep, and I don't want to miss anything from the stories that she's telling. But you generally have an overview of how I feel about this video in general. So like she's just giving compassion to those who didn't live the lives that they wanted, and their life cycle has come to an end.
And one thing that stood out to me was the music. It's very simple, and it has like little like dings. It kind of reminds me a spaceship, like kind of like oscillating in space in the galaxy. That just kind of like bing bing.
Yeah.
That simple like noise.
It's like she's like you're like ascending or floating, or
Right.
just kind of like fireflies. I just imagine like the frequency of like fireflies.
You feel like you're wandering and you're not going anywhere.
Right.
But in a moment's notice, you will be in a different world.
He dies in a crash. Now she'd do anything to have the buzz of his song come back. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose. Don't have to prove to me.
I was saying that I see vulnerability while still being strong and looking onward to the possibilities.
Yeah.
So yes,
And it just reminds me of condolences, like when they're on the couch, just like they're at a funeral, and of just broken dreams.
I know you have nothing left.
these random butterflies in this video.
There's more to you than the wars you lose. You'll see. Everybody made mistakes. Everybody crashed along the way.
It's interesting, but I just got like revelation on like what I think the concept of this video is. They're all in the house, and the older people are looking out the window, and it's dark, and so it's like they're looking out into the darkness, and they're just all together in this house full of light, of where they're around people who are like them. And
there's like solidarity in that, because they're all wearing black now, as if they're like embracing the losses.
Mhm.
It kind of reminds me of the video by My Chemical Romance, Helena, and they were all dressed in black during the funeral, and then the woman just came out of the coffin and started to dance. It's like breathing back life to the things that you think may have been lost.
But also, it feels like a parallel universe. This video has been masterfully done, actually.
Yes.
It's very deep. It's like they're in a parallel universe. They're like in their own pocket, and they're just looking out the window of what could have been.
Right.
But it's bleak.
It might be going up in flames, but everybody feel the same. Everybody made mistakes. Everybody crashed along the way. It might be going up in
And
flames.
one thing I really like about this video too is that Tom is taking a back seat. You know, he is supporting her in her singing, and he's not like overwhelming, like taking the spotlight.
Yeah, and I actually like seeing him comforting her in this video. It's nice to have like a strong man just support you while you're grieving.
Yes.
Hopefully, it's like that in their relationship.
Everybody feel the same. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose. Don't have to prove to me.
this with such like conviction. I love it.
There's more to you than the wars you lose. You'll see.
Amen.
And you know this phrase, lost the battle, but I'll win the war. So she's sort of flipping it and saying that it feels like it's the end,
But it's not.
but she's going further and saying that it's not the end.
Yes.
It's a very powerful statement. Like she's just encouraging you to just keep going.
Right.
I know you have nothing left, but there's more to you than the wars you lose. You'll see.
So Tom did produce this video, and then it was directed by Nova. That's amazing.
All right, well, that is it for the video. I don't really know what else to say other than what we already said. It's full of compassion, etc., etc. I love seeing pieces like this because there isn't enough of it out there.
Right.
Someone laying down with you on the ground and saying, get back up.
Right.
And that it's okay.
I'm going to share a little bit of what I'm going through right now from the left muscle of my upper calf, and I've been having random spasms, and it's really painful to walk, and just seeing the beauties and being still in the moment. Look for strengths, moments of strengths in the vulnerabilities that I may feel. And also, we actually have food prepared in front of us at our kitchen countertop, and we forgot, because we haven't watched this video in a while, we forgot that there was a scene of people eating at the table. So we're actually eating at our own table.
Yeah, look. Do you want to read the list of encouraging things that you have written to help you get through what you're going through?
Yeah, so here's the list. Don't breathe death into myself, even with a blaring pain. Don't let the pain ruin my day or peace. Don't let the pain ruin my gratitude. Be strong when people are watching and not watching. When you feel like you can't take it anymore, pray, and God will strengthen my weaknesses. In the silent moments, pray that my body will do better and strengthen those weak areas. Be strong when no one is watching, and be vulnerable while having strength. Don't rely on people before you rely on yourself, and keep trying even if you don't feel like it. Capture every thought and hold each one captive that is negative.
Yes.
So
I really like that part, like keep trying, and even if you feel like you can't rely on yourself, you don't know what's within yourself unless you try. I just think that is just something to take away as we end this podcast. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Undivided Attention 96. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, we love you. Stay encouraged. We're all in this together, and that is not to be a cliche. Things aren't always peachy. Whoever tries to sell you that is delusional, lying, and are BSing. We're all doing our best here. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Be strong.